Inside every cell of your body are tiny switches, always listening, always ready. They're called G-Protein Coupled Receptors, or GPCRs. These little machines don't just keep you alive, they're the targets of about 1/3 of all modern medicines, including drugs that save lives during heart attacks, asthma attacks, and even ulcer crises. Welcome to Knowledge Hub, your go-to channel for bite-sized biochemistry. 1. What exactly is a GPCR? A GPCR is a membrane protein that spans the cell membrane 7 times. We call this 7 alpha helical transmembrane domains. On the outside, GPCRs act like molecular ears, listening for a message, a hormone, neurotransmitter, lipid, or even a photon of light. On the inside, they work with a partner, a heterotrimeric G protein, to send that message deep into the cell. The G protein itself has 3 parts: alpha, alpha, beta, beta, and gamma, gamma. When inactive, the alpha subunit holds GDP like an off switch. Once a ligand binds to the GPCR, the receptor changes shape, swaps GDP for GDP, and the alpha subunit activates. There are 3 main G protein pathways. 1. GS, stimulatory, activates adenylyl cyclase, increases CAMP, activates protein kinase A, pKa. By cleaving the catalytic subunits form the regulatory unit. 2. GI, inhibitory, inhibits adenylyl cyclase, decreases CAMP. 3. GQ, activates phospholipase C, PLC, produces IP3 and DNA, increases intracellular calcium ions, efficient in muscle contraction. GPCR cascades work like a megaphone. A single ligand binding event can create thousands of second messenger molecules, amplifying the signal. Let's zoom into a real-life example, controlling gastric acid secretion in peptic ulcers. Your stomach has specialized cells, parietal cells, that pump out hydrochloric acid, HCl, to help digest food. But too much acid, especially when the stomach lining is damaged, worsens ulcers. That's where GPCR pharmacology steps in. The GPCR ligand cascade, gastric acid inhibition 1. Normal acid stimulation, histamine binds to H2 receptors on parietal cells. These receptors are GPCRs coupled to GS proteins. Gs activates adenylyl cyclase, CAMP, activates pKa, activates proton pump, H plus K plus ATPase, more acid. 2. How we inhibit it, treatment step. H2 receptor antagonists, like ranitidine, famotidine, block histamine from binding. Without ligand binding, the GPCR stays inactive. GS protein is not activated. Adenylyl cyclase is silent. CAMP stays low. pKa remains off. Proton pump is inactive. Acid secretion drops. In simple terms, by blocking a single GPCR on the parietal cell, we shut down the molecular chain reaction that floods the stomach with acid. The result, less pain, less damage, and more time for healing. From controlling your heartbeat to helping you see in the dark, GPCRs are everywhere. Their versatility is why they're the single largest family of membrane receptors in humans, and why understanding them is one of the most important frontiers in medicine. So the next time you take a pill for heartburn or an ulcer, remember, deep inside your stomach, a GPCR just stayed silent, and your body thanked you for it.